everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing mid-month readings. So that is to look at the energy for the rest of August 2021. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All your support is appreciated. This will be for Cancer, Sun, Rising, Venus signs. And I am, for a limited time only, offering a special. All the information is on the specials page on my website or in the description box below if you're interested in that. Check that out. Okay, so let's just jump in and see what we got. So I'm using the Lo Scarabeo Tarot deck for you, Cancer. What's going on for Cancer for the rest of August 2021? Going on for Cancer for the rest of August 2021. There we go. So we have the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Swords. So we're going back and forth about something. The Hierophant. Do you stay or do you go in a commitment? Five of Swords in the past. It's been going on for quite some time. Four of Pentacles in the near future. The Devil and how you see yourself. The Queen of Swords in your environment. The Nine of Swords in hopes and fears. King of Pentacles and the outcome. Bottom of the deck, the Page of Wands. So there's going to be some communication going on, or this could be online. It's not exactly the Page of Swords telling me you're looking online at people's profiles or trying to catch up with people or see what people are doing, but it can be that energy where you're looking to talk to someone, okay? Or you could be talking to someone online, trying to get more information, trying to get a better understanding of what you want to do. The Page of Wands, Six of Wands under that, can also be something that reaches you, right? There's something, some sort of new information that reaches you and kind of throws you into a tailspin a little bit, Cancer, because in the current situation we have the Knight of Swords, so this could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. I read the energy, guys, and you apply it as it makes sense to you. But this is where, you know, you want to go full speed ahead with something. You want to just go for something. You almost want to allow yourself to be impulsive. You want to allow yourself to just move with a situation, whether it's move into it or move out of it. There is some energy of conflict here, so it's almost like that tells me that you've been going back and forth so many times and for so long that you're at the point where you're like, I just want to do this, I don't want to care about the consequences. Challenge is you keep doubting yourself with the Seven of Swords. You keep looking behind, but what if this and what if that, and you're keeping yourself stuck. The challenge with the Seven of Swords can also be some sort of trust issues, or it can also be where you don't know what you want. Okay, and there could be some self-sabotage going there. This could also be where you're angry about something, but you're not talking about it. Okay, so in other words, you're not giving the other person or the other party a chance to either fix it or to talk about it with you, or, you know what I mean? You're angry about something, you want to go to war about something, or you want to leave a situation over something, but you're not actually talking about it. You're not actually telling people that you have a problem. In the past, we have the Five of Swords, so a lot of conflict. This could be external to you or it could be internal, where you just feel like you're in a no-win situation, okay? In the Foundation, we have a Fool, so how you feel about everything, at the bottom of everything, you just want to be free, okay? That's what is driving you, and driving this conflict and this inner conflict. You just want to be free, okay? So whether that is you want to be out of a situation where there's a lot of conflict, or you want to be out of this job, or you want to be out of this relationship, or this out of this whatever kind of relationship it is, you know what I mean? Crowning you, we have the Hierophant. It is a commitment that you're in. It is something long term, and it's almost like you're changing your mind about it. Does that make sense? This could also be family pressure, or you have a family with this person. But the bottom line is the source of the conflict and the inner conflict is how you see things is, okay, I'm in this situation, I have to conform, I have to follow the rules, I have to do as I'm told because I agreed to be in this. But actually how you feel about it is you want to be done with it. Okay, you want to be free as opposed to having to conform to something. That's the bottom line. Now in the near future we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles tells me that you're going to be staying put for now, continuing to avoid the conversation or continuing to avoid the situation. Maybe because you realize that it's just self-sabotage. Maybe because you realize that you can find an in-between way, you know, to be in this situation where it feels like it's restrictive but actually make it your own. We'll clarify. In a position representing you, we have the Devil. So you are, something has sparked an unhealthy something within you, an unhealthy way of looking at things, an unhealthy way of looking at yourself, because you see yourself as stuck in something that was supposed to be a beautiful commitment with the Hierophant, beautiful, long-term, stable, happy, prosperous. You're now viewing it as a prison. You're now viewing yourself as stuck there. In your environment, we have the Queen of Swords. Now I hear the voice of reason with this. Oh, it's the King of Swords. Okay. So I heard the voice of reason. So in your environment, you might have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who is a voice of reason for you. So the message would be talk to that person that will help you see the truth. But this is also saying the truth is coming to you. The truth will reach you. You will see things clearly because in your hopes and fears, you have the Nine of Swords. You do not see things clearly. You're only focusing on the negative. You're only focusing on the worst case scenarios. You're just not seeing it clearly. Okay? And you're not seeing a way out. In the outcome, you have the King of Pentacles, just Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It could be the same Taurus here with the Hierophant. So how you see things is how they are after you reach this truth. Okay? I feel like it's a case of being honest with yourself because we have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords and finding out what has triggered this way of looking at things, because this could come from you're drinking too much, you're not getting enough sleep, it's something that is being done in excess that is now affecting how you view the world in a negative way or how you view yourself in a negative way. Okay? And it's also, it can potentially affect your relationship with your family or your relationship with yourself, relationship with a boss, a spouse, etc. Okay. For some of you, this is about temptation. There's temptation. This King of Swords is temptation. And you want to go for it, but at the same time, you're looking back and you're thinking, well, no, I'm already in a commitment. I want to stay where I am, I'll be fine, and I'll stay put in my current commitment and honor my commitment. So for some of you, that could be what's going on as well. So let's see. Let's clarify. Okay, what is this Five of Swords in the past? What happened? There was a change, the Empress. There was a change. You changed your appearance. You changed... it's something where you leveled up. So you either changed your appearance, had a makeover, dropped weight, put on muscle, I don't know, or leveled up in your career. You graduated a class or a course and now you are eligible to go on a higher level when it comes to your options and pay, etc. And that has created an inner conflict within yourself because maybe to you that means where you are is no longer enough, or maybe you were in some sort of commitment because you needed to be, and now that you have leveled up, that has created conflict within you because you no longer need to be there, but you've promised to be there. Let's see this Four of Pentacles in the near future. The Two of Pentacles with the Emperor. You're in a commitment. If it's romantic, you're married. That's what this is. Or this is a very long-term, stable, you may have a family together. or talked about family type of commitment. I do feel like you're staying put because it's another 4. But you are entertaining your options with the 2 of Pentacles. The Emperor, I also want to caution you, and the 4 of Pentacles as well, is someone who is very, very rigid, my way or the highway type thing, whereas with the Hierophant, with the long-term commitment, you have the Empress here as well, and the 2 of Pentacles. This is saying there needs to be a blend, there needs to be healthy give and take, both parties need to have a say, there needs to be a balance. What's this Devil and how you see yourself? The Ace of Swords, yeah, there's that truth that's coming in. King of Swords is the 6 of Wands. Yeah, someone is tempting you with something. They're in your face with something. 9 of Swords in hopes and fears, the Moon. You're so confused about it, Cancer. King of Pentacles in the outcome, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna get one more. Page of Wands again. The Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Okay, it'll be split. For some of you, yeah, for some of you, you are walking away from one commitment, heading towards something else, because the Wheel of Fortune is change. Page of Wands is going towards the new. Whereas for others of you, you're staying put, but you're finding a new way to relate to your situation. So you're looking at things differently. The Hangman, Ace of Swords, it's a new perspective. It's a new way of looking at things. Okay? So, best advice I can give you, Cancer, is be honest with yourself. And also think about things in the long run, because I feel like for those of you who are staying in the situation, you are already with your true partner. You are already with a very good match. And this, I hear midlife crisis for some of you, or something along the lines. And it's something that is transitory. It will pass. Do you want to make permanent decisions based on temporary thoughts or temporary feelings? If you are in a situation where you feel like you're not being heard, or you feel like you've changed and the other person needs to kind of come to where you are, or at least, try to meet you in the middle, as opposed to saying, oh, I know Cancer, I know what they were going to say, I know what they're going to think, because you're different, they need to acknowledge that, then the best way to do that is to have an honest conversation. You know what I mean? To have honest communication. Stop going through the worst case scenarios in your mind. Stop telling yourself negative narratives with the 9 of Swords and the Moon card. If I say this, it'll be the end of everything, or whatever. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the other person. Be fair. And see what happens. Because I feel like if that's the case you're in, you do come up with a new way of dealing with each other, or of interacting, or of being together, where you can take the relationship to another level. Whether that's about children, or moving, something like that, right? For those of you where, I feel like for those of you, you have been pushing for a commitment. You have been pushing yourself to make a commitment, to be in a commitment, to want a commitment. You've been pushing yourself. But actually, you know that that's not really what you want. It's not for you. Whether you don't want a commitment at all, or you don't want a commitment, you don't want the commitment that you're looking at. The reason for that is you've already met your Emperor or your Empress. It is not this person that you're with, because they're in your past. There was conflict, there was a break between you and this person, but you've already met them. And it's almost like you've been trying to force yourself to move on with someone else, but you can only force yourself for so long. Does that make sense? Because I feel like you have chosen to keep yourself stuck and things are stuck. The connection is stuck because you're in two minds about it. Because you know this isn't your true partner. You see yourself as, or you will come to see the truth about the situation, because so far you see yourself as manipulative or dishonest, because you know you've been forcing yourself, the other person doesn't, you haven't opened up about that, you know what I mean, because it's going to hurt feelings and all that. But you have chosen to tie yourself to something, and it's just not been working out. The reason why, because you've already met the person you really want to be with, if this is a romantic situation. This other person can be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. They could have air in their chart. Or it just represents, for me as a reader, I also see it as detachment, emotional detachment. You haven't been speaking, you haven't been in contact, interacting in any sort of way. But in your hopes and fears, the moon can also talk about cycles. So you might be thinking, and the Wheel of Fortune as well, you might be thinking, could we start over? Could we repair? Could we... And I do feel like you'll have some sort of communication where you're reaching out to this person that you forced yourself to move on from. And I do feel like that will change the dynamic of your current connection. It might end your current connection because of this new perspective, because of this new information. Does that make sense? So you're gonna have to figure out, Cancer, which scenario you're dealing with. Okay, you'll know whether it's you're already with the person you're supposed to be with, or you're supposed to be with a very good match for you is what I mean. And it's just a matter of you kind of change, and it's about bringing your partner to where you are, or kind of, you know, meeting in the middle, redefining, getting to know each other again. In which case it's a matter of communication and just being honest. Or if you're in a situation where you're stuck in the past, but you've been pushing yourself to move forward with someone else, and it's just not been working out, and it's not moving forward, and you feel it as more and more pressure. Why? Because you don't want to be in it. You want to be with whoever this is for you. And I feel like in that case, you're headed in that direction. And I do feel like there's some success that is possible there with that kind of situation, if that makes sense. Okay. Same thing if it's about work. You know, this is, you're in a long-term situation or something that has potential to be very long-term. There's back and forth. Maybe there's some instability there. Maybe things are a little bit up in the air. And you're tempted to look at what other options you have. And again, the message is, be honest with yourself. If it's a matter of the situation isn't ideal, but you really, really want to be there, and then you find a way to make it work for you, there can be some very good news about some sort of elevation or staying put, if it's a matter of you don't know if you're going to have a job or not. Or if it's a case of you've been forcing yourself to be there, but you actually want to be doing something else. In which case, this is about looking at your options and taking charge and taking action in that direction. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Okay, give me some feedback, guys. Be sure to watch all your signs. Make the most of the rest of the month. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.